Hey, what's up, guys? We are back yet again with one of the all-time greatest decks in Clash Royale. 2.6 HOG has been strong forever, and it is going to stay strong for many years to come. If you guys play 2.6 correctly, and you cycle your musketeers on defense, keeping it alive with cheap distractions of skeletons, ice spirit, and kiting units to the opposite lane with ice golem, nothing is ever going to break through you. And you can outcycle your opponent's counters because you have a fast 2.6 elixir, so then you're able to get multiple HOG on the map, outpace their buildings, and watch as your HOG devastates their tower. So let's go jump straight to some games and assert dominance. I upload daily videos on the channel, so make sure to subscribe so you never miss out. And a massive thank you to everyone that's using credit code SIRTAG. All the money is invested directly back into the channel, making this video possible and the channel better every single day. Hey, so jumping into this one, you guys already know Ice Spirit right out of the jump. It gives us chip damage, unlike Skeletons. Skeletons are just cycled in the back and you're like hoping that your opponent doesn't go for Mother Witch. And wow, okay, Minion Horde and Skeleton King. Dude, you are the king of bait deck, right? Like, what are you doing? Why do you have so many bait cards out here? I need to go for a musketeer, and oh my goodness. What am I witnessing? I think I'm able to pull everything into the musketeer and then still go on the right-hand side. So notice that placement of the musketeer. It is pivotal. If you guys drop that placement, you are still able to go in the lane that you're going to be able to want to get your damage. You're able to support a bigger push and thrive by making sure that the Goblin Giant can't immediately eviscerate your musketeer. If that thing locks on top of it, it is a big problem for you 99% of the time. So I'm going to log no Skeleton Army in cycle. What are you going to do? Are you just going to eat all of it? No, you're going to go bats. Okay, so he's down a considerable amount of elixir. I think that it's maybe worth it for me to go Ice Spirit, Ice Golem, and then try to get back to a Hog Rider pretty quickly. Sometimes the Ice Spirit baits out an elixir from your opponent that they shouldn't be dropping. If I go Ice Golem and then I go in for Skeletons, I think I am back to Hog Rider, so this is well worth it. What? Why is this deck getting crazier by the second? My dude is whipping out a Sparky, too. You are a wild person. Okay. If I go for Cannon, it's probably not that good. I need to go Musketeer here to snipe most of the minions. Fireball for sure. Ice Spirit on top. I think that the Ice Spirit's going to clutch up, but that's still a lot of damage from the minions. At least we're going same lane as our opponent now, because if he goes in for a Sparky in the back, we can Fireball twice and then log it to finish it off in double elixir. That is one thing that I've learned. He's eating all the damage from the Musketeer. You ruthless scoundrel. So Skeleton Army is going to be a consideration for him. I know that he doesn't have Sparky immediately in cycle, so we'll see what he decides to do. Yeah, you're going to go for Skeleton Army, bats. What are you going to do? You're going to let the Hog Rider just clamp down on your defense? Let's go, dude. Heck yeah, that's a ton of damage. So if I defend this, we are vibing on a different level. All I need to do is make sure that the bat dies. Please, please, just bat. Okay, good job. That was so bad for a second. You're definitely going to go in for the Skeleton King ability, right? It's all charged up. You're not doing it? Oh, that is amazing. Oh, wow. How did it pop after he died? Was that some visual glitch or something? I don't understand. I literally don't get it. So we want to Ice Spirit and then try to get the Sparky to connect to that instead. If the Sparky locked onto the double Musketeers, I would have been in some huge trouble. That would have been more than double the trouble. I'm going to Ice Golem off to the side so the Mother Witch locks onto that. Remember, there's a high chance that he goes in for a Skeleton Army, so I want to log it if I can. Ooh, he's going to Sparky because he knows that the Ice Golem's going to clamp down on everything, so I can't let that happen. Wait, are the Musketeers going to be able to kill the Sparky? The world may never know. And if you don't know, hopefully we do know soon. Oh my goodness. I need to be able to defend this. Fireball plus a log should finish this off, so that's what we're going to go for here. I'm going to go in for a Ice Golem, Fireball, log. As long as I don't miss the Fireball, we walk away with the win. That is exactly what I'm talking about, baby. Crazy decks like that, you play against them all the time, but 2.6 defenses are rock solid. We got a game here. I'm going to go in for Skeletons in the back. You always want to split it because if you go in for a Mother Witch and they are able to get 3 piggies, because if your Skeleton cycled on the same side, you're going to feel so bad about yourself. Even though this guy went in for an Earthquake with a Hog Rider, he still didn't break through the cannon. That's a massive positive elixir trade, and that's exactly what we like to see. So usually when we see Earthquake Hog Rider, he'll have a Tesla. So I want to snipe it with a Musketeer if possible. Ooh, you're going to have Bomb Tower instead. Okay, dude. You're switching it up out here. I wonder if we can break through. Looks like we're going to get 1 Hog Rider hit. Let's go, guys. That's what I'm talking about. Peaky chip damage at the start of the game. So generally, whenever you play against a building, if you're able to outcycle with 2.6, then you're thriving. Because we're cycling all of our cheap 1 elixir investments, we're going to get back to the Hog Rider before he's ready. So we are steady, and we are going to go right through with this Ice Golem Hog Rider. And I want to do that as quickly as I can, even before I drop a defensive card. Because I know that we're able to log it back and then get Skeletons down, and we will get more damage than him. Because Ice Golem's tanking, he doesn't have enough elixir to cycle back to the bomb tower. So I made a calculation in my head, guys. I was like, you know what? I'm going to take damage, but you're going to take more damage because you don't have bomb tower. I know that my Skeletons and log will eviscerate the Hog Rider after I eat, like, you know, half of my tower. But we are in a mighty position to make sure that we are in a good spot to win this game. An Ice Golem to block the Musketeer, and all I need to do is just take the tower with the Hog Rider, and I'll be able to win. There's a high chance that he goes in for a bomb tower here, but if the Hog Rider is at the exact same moment, he might not have Elixir. Oh, yes, sir! Perfect timing 2.0. That's exactly what we like to see. And if your opponent goes in for an Earthquake Hog Rider, even if they've got skeletons behind it, you just log, you deny all damage. No way to ever break through.
Psych! Give it a button.
How about new?
Me and the boys at 2 a.m. looking for beat!
Oh, action!
Come here!
We had some pretty rock-solid defenses. It's really hard to break through 2.6 when you're down Elixir and you're down a tower. It just doesn't happen. Jumping into this one, I'm going to go for a log and we'll see what's happening. I definitely want to go for an Ice Spirit afterward and try to get some more cheeky chip. We have no clue what this guy's got, and it's extremely important for me to start spamming him. Because usually when your opponent doesn't want to cycle things, you cannot get them to double or triple Elixir, and you will just be feeling huge ramifications if you do. I'm going to Fireball back the Valkyrie. It looks like the Hogger is able to give us an extreme amount of value on the right-hand side. I don't know if this is going to be the deck that I thought it would be. He should end up having Wall Breakers with Fast Cycle and Tornado, but he did not use Tornado. He did not use Bomb Tower, so I am extremely confused at what I'm playing against here. I could log on the tower to get more cheeky chip, and that's always a good start. Maybe, oh, it's going to be Pekka. Pekka Valkyrie, not something I'm used to seeing, guys. You don't see that every day of the week. I'm able to Musketeer in the back. If he wants to Fireball or Poison it, usually you're able to cycle back to another one. But if you cannon too early on, that's really bad, because it decays health over time, and you're just not going to get any value, and you want to hold that in place for your opponent potentially going in for bridge spam with, let's just say, you know, a Battle Ram or a maybe Ram Rider. Those are two cards that you want to be able to kite to the other side, and you want to make sure that they can't go directly towards your tower. So if you're cycling something on defense and you're playing against someone that's got a beatdown deck, you always want to go for your Musketeer first, unless you're playing against a Golem deck with Lightning or Electric Giant with Lightning. Sometimes you can justify going for the cannon, wait for them to Lightning it, and then you're already back to a second cannon. That's the only time that I would cycle my Musketeer, or I wouldn't cycle my Musketeer, and that's the only time that I would cycle my cannon first. We're going to Hog Rider on the left-hand side. He's going to go for Pekka. He should be able to shut that down with absolutely no damage. We'll have to wait and see if that happens. Ooh, we do get hit. That's pretty spicy. That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to Ice Golem and go kite that to the other side. I can Skeletons on top of the Pekka. And I want to get back to my Musketeer. As I said before, it is the best card on defense in this deck. If you stack up those Musketeers, you're going to get massive value. We're going to get that down real quick. Maybe I have to go for an Ice Golem and go and kite the Pekka a little bit further. That's not too bad for me. As long as we don't pull back the Pekka with an Ice Spirit. I was just waiting to make sure I was going to have to eat some damage, so then the Ice Spirit didn't pull back the Pekka. We needed to go and kite by the Ice Golem every single day of the week. Also, I'm able to cycle Skeletons and then get back to another Musketeer. That's always extremely good for me. Remember, he Fireballs, so that's the only card that he has to deal with this. If you Fireball, you need to also get Magic Archer damage, or you need to get Zap damage. It's going to be hard for you to be able to finish off the Musketeers otherwise. Unlike Poison, it doesn't completely devour Musketeers. So I'm able to log this. I wonder if we get a Hog Rider hit, or if the stun from the Electro Wizard stops us. Yeah, that stun did too much work. That was unfortunate. I'll Fireball everything, and then I can Skeletons, make sure that the Electro Wizard doesn't dissipate the Skeletons too quickly. And he zaps the King Tower. Okay, this is extremely good for us now. Since I'm up a lot, I can go in for a Ice Spirit on top of the Inferno Dragon. Probably Fireball on top of the Electro Wizard that's about to come down with the Valkyrie. Yes, sir! We know that. We read you like a book. We got that crystal ball. We're rubbing it, and we're getting that spicy value. And I'm able to log, cycle back to another Ice Golem. The reason why we want to go for an Ice Golem is because he's definitely going to Pekka. I want to be able to get that down, so then I can devour one Pekka hit and probably win the game off this. So I'm going to Fireball on top of the Magic Archer, make sure that the Ice Golem and the Ice Spirit stun the Pekka, so then we can get one extra Hog Rider hit. We need 2 Fireballs, and we're able to win the game. I'm going to log because that's all we really want to do right now. We're going to play defensive, make sure that we can catapult enough stuff on defense. If you go for a Fireball, that is so ambitious. You know what? I feel so confident with this deck that I'm going to Hog Rider here. I'll show you guys that you don't even need to Fireball cycle. When your opponent plays that adventurously, you can get that Hog Rider hit, Fireball them, and win the game. So the good thing about Hog Rider is you're able to defend minimally with just 2 Elixir. That was a Pekka, Fireball, Inferno Dragon coming at me. I'm like, hey, Ice Golem, I choose you. How about you just defend everything while I Hog Rider on offense? And that's why 2.6 HOG Cycle is loved by pro players and hated by everyone that does not know how to play against it. Hey, so jumping into this one. Oh, let's go, guys. I love that. This man is going to go in for a Goblin Cage really low. But I don't have my Hog Rider. We are digging into China trying to find our Hog Rider. And he is lost and finally found. You know what? I like this situation. Despite the start being very uncomfortable where we don't have our Hog Rider and our opponent decides to go in for the lowest possible play of the Goblin Cage, it could have been so much better, but it is what it is. It be how it be. A Fireball, and I think that we minimize the amount of damage. You're still going to get some connection with the Goblin Cage, but it's not that bad. We have a Musketeer counter pushing the left-hand side. Could it have been better? Yeah, I definitely could have played that better, but you can play most situations better. It's just treated it like a learning experience. I should have Skeletons, so then the Goblin Cage Brawler didn't get like multiple hits on my tower. But it's all good. You live, you learn, you play better in the next one, right? Oh, let's go. Hogger is going to give us 2 hits. No! I cursed him. He had his hand in the air. He's like, teacher, call on me. And then the teacher's like, yeah, you know what? We're going to shut you down. You can't talk anymore, Hog Rider. Get out of my classroom. And yeah, it was a class act. Being able to shut that down with the Zappy and the Goblin Cage. I did not expect that to work so well for our opponent. I'm going to Ice Spirit on top of the tower just to give us some more cheeky chip. Remember, usually they do not have Mother Witch when they've got this variation. Sometimes they do, but when you see Electro Spirit, that's the flex card. So if they have Electro Spirit, that means that they're not going to have Mother Witch. If they have Mother Witch, they are not going to have Electro Spirit. So conversely, you want to play around that, right? So I can Fireball on top of the Flying Machine, and if I had Bats in my deck, I would be able to drop Bats on top of the Flying Machine. So it's really dependent on what type of deck you are running. And with our fast cycle deck, since we have Fireball, we know that we have free real estate, not having to save our Fireball for the Mother Witch. Really good Flying Machine on our opponent's end. But at the exact same time, like, we're going to get tons of damage with the Hog Rider. So I got to wonder, was that a good trade for him? Maybe he didn't have an answer to the Hog Rider, so he's like, I got to go all in. I got to go balls to the walls. With 56 seconds remaining, this is going to be a close game still. Oh, what are you doing? You crazy person. You're trying to bait out my Fireball so then you can go for, like, Royal Hog's Flying Machine? Is that what you're trying to do out here? I think I know you. I think I know your number, bro. All we have to do is defend this perfectly. I know that's kind of hard. All you got to do is just win, guys. Clash Royale is really that simple. All right, I'm going to go for a log. I definitely need to Fireball on top of those piggies. Otherwise, they get too much damage. Ooh, so many of them were going towards my tower. We're like, yo, we got to snuff your torch, get you out of Survivor. You're not allowed to play this game anymore. You're voted off this island. I'm going to Ice Spirit, Ice Golem, and then maybe even go in for a Hog Rider here just to keep up the offense. My mama always said a good defense is a good offense. And that's what we're doing here. We're spamming everything that I possibly can so that our opponent has to respond to it so they don't have elixir for offensive plays. I need to go in for a cannon and then Fireball as quickly as I can. You guys already know that if you don't Fireball that, you're waiting and wasting time. Because if you wait to Fireball, then all the damage that your tower is doing to the individual Royal Hogs, you could have Fireballed first and then finish them off with just a couple taps instead of wasting all that damage. Hey, so we got a game here. We're going to sauce out a good luck and we're going to see what's happening. We always want the good luck to go full circle. We want the good karma out here, bro. The Musketeer in the back into a Baby Dragon, that is already a stellar situation for us. This is the karma that we deserve in life. And he's going to Fire Spirit, so I don't know what this deck is, but I'm excited for it. Oh my gosh. He's going to Bats into an Ice Golem. Wow. The luck really started radiating down on me. I don't know what I did to deserve this. All he said was good luck. Oh my goodness. This is awesome. I'm able to Fireball on top of the Wizard. Obviously, when you see Skeleton Army, it's not always easy to defend if you don't have Login Cycle. So I'm just going to clip that, hit the Wizard too, because we knew that the tower would be able to finish off most of the other Skeletons. I wonder if he's going to have Mega Knight or Pekka or something funky. I feel like this is the type of person just run the craziest deck I've ever seen. Baby Dragon is not going to cut it, bro. You need to drop something else on top of the Hog Rider. What are you doing? This is a really good start to the game for us. I'm looking at this, and I'm loving every single second. Oh, it's going to be Balloon. Oh, no. This is not what we wanted, guys. I thought it was too easy. It was too good to be true, and now the Balloon's going to just ravage my tower. Oh, my gosh. Guys! Guys, right when I said it was going well, this is what happens to me. You know what? Well played, bro. If I had Fireball in cycle, I think we would have been fine, but obviously not the case there. We'll see if we're able to bounce back. The Ice Golem should be able to pop on the majority of the Skeletons. Whenever you find yourself in a tricky situation, when you lose your tower to bridge spam because you're just either overconfident or you just think you got the moves, you got to bounce back because 2.6 HOG Rider still allows you to get tremendous amount of value with outcycling your opponent's counters. You're just able to outpace your deck because your cycle is just faster than your opponent's. So I'm going to Musketeer here. Maybe we can get him to try to 3-crown me. That would be pretty fun. If he goes in for a Wizard there, maybe he has a limited amount of answers, so I'm able to vigorously get back to the Hog Rider. Last time he tried to rely on Bats and a Skeleton Army, so I might be better off logging after the Ice Golem pops. Then he can't go for a skeleton army. Worst case scenario, we push back a Valkyrie and we get more value from that too. We are back in business, baby. Let's get it. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. Oh, this is awesome. Why are you doing that to yourself? Yo, you're going to lose the balloon. Balloon is not going to the moon of value, bro. Okay, he's going to skeleton army for sure, like 100%. So if he skeleton armies, I want to pre-log it because I know that I can take out the right-hand tower anyway. We're making moves out here. We're making plays for days. Oh, I should have done a little bit faster. It is what it is. I don't even get a hit. Man, I should have been faster. I'm a little bit disappointed in myself, not going to lie. I'm still going to hog rider here with an Ice Golem because I can guarantee that I am able to get that last hit. He's not able to get anything to defend that. All right, this game is going to become very feisty. I should have gotten more damage if I went for the pre-log and just pulled the trigger immediately, but I didn't. I wasn't good enough, guys. Sometimes you make misplays. Sometimes you just don't play your best, and that was one of those situations. I am able to fireball on top of the wizard and then log and kill it and get chip damage in the process. So I'm going to vibe with that. I can Ice Golem here, so the Ice Golem's going to be able to body block. Ooh, you know what will happen here? A high probability. This guy going in for a skeleton. Yeah, not where I thought it would be. Not where I thought it would be, Chief. Definitely not where I thought it would be. I wonder if we fireball that back. We're still in a spot that I like. Maybe we can go for a Hog Rider in the middle because the Skeleton Army is out of cycle. I can Ice Golem and a Hog Rider because the Ice Golem would tank and the Musketeer would stay alive, forcing out extra elixir. The Ice Golem pops on top of the bats, then we're vibing. Yes, sir. We take those. Still, yeah, it could be a lot better, but I'll take what I can get out here. I can fireball and log on top of the Valkyrie and the Wizard and get chip damage in the process. Oh, this is so good. Thank you, buddy. Oh, maybe not that good. Maybe not that good. No, not that good. Not that good. Not that good. Not that good. No bueno. No bueno. No bueno. No bueno. Wait. I think that he's going to be able to get 2 hits. That's still not enough to finish off the game. I think he might Wizard in the middle, so I can Ice Golem here. And then we can go in for a Musketeer with a Hog Rider. So we're going to try to snipe your tower, dude. We're doing the shenanigans out here. Look at that value. Musketeer putting in the work. Yes, sir. We are still in it to win it. This game is far from over, my dudes. I think he balloons in the middle. If he does that, then we can go and pull it. I would love to see a balloon in the middle. Oh, if the Hog Rider gets a hit, that's all we need, baby. Let's go. So obviously a very scuffed game. Not my best stuff, but Hog Rider still allows you to win those scrappy games too. Ayo, we got a game against Ghost Black. Dude, your towers are going to get shredded. You're going to get turned into a real ghost. This is what you called for, man. It was your destiny. I want a fireball if he drops any bait cards. And that's a furnace and a bomber. Let's go. Let's finish it off. Give me that fireball value. He is burning up. He is spontaneously combusting. And all the archives of the furnace, guys, they are going to get eradicated. You are not going to be able to read any more books about that card. It is going to get laid to waste. Also, there's nothing more satisfying than watching the Fire Spirit and the Ice Spirit just jump at each other. And they're like, hey, let's shake hands in the most sophisticated manner. Jumping for joy. Obviously, whenever you see Elite Barbarians and Rage, you know that your opponent's going to be extremely savage. So I'm excited for this game. Remember, he dropped almost all of his elixir. What has this guy got from me right now? Dude, you have nothing. Just eat that Hog Rider damage. Eat every ounce of it. You deserve it, dude. You went in for a raged Hog Rider with a Hunter, and you ended up having a Furnace. You had multifarious answers to me, but it doesn't matter. This is why I love 2.6 HOG Rider. If your opponent has 16 different answers to you in an 8-card deck, you're still able to make it work if you defend properly with a 2 or 6 card investment with like a Musketeer, Ice Golem, Kite, Skeletons that were able to destroy Elite Barbarians, Hunter. The Hunter was surrounded so that the Skeletons weren't able to hit everything. Oh my gosh, it was awesome. Like, that type of defense is just so satisfying, and that's why I love Clash Royale so much. The plays that you can make with such a limited amount of elixir, it is amazing.
A few inches later.
It looks like this guy just kind of rage quit. He had nothing to stop us, so double Musketeers on the map feels fantastic. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and have an awesome rest of your day.